It's time once again for the City of Maple Grove Report. I'm Dave Kaiser from CCX Media. Thanks for joining us, along with Heidi Nelson, Maple Grove City Administrator. Welcome.
Thank you.
We've got a meeting from March 18th to talk about. Before that, a work session. Also in that meeting, there was an EDA meeting. And we've got a load of things that are coming up around town that we'll talk about in just a few minutes. Heidi, let's start with the work session ahead of the council meeting. Two items touched on there. The first was city council salaries. Give us a little background of the discussion.
Yeah, so these two items kind of wrap up. We've had a number of work session items that we've been working through here over the winter months, and I think these were kind of the two trailing items. So kind of wrapping up that work for the winter. But talked a little bit about city council salaries. We haven't made any adjustment to city council salaries since 2016. So every year we try to just, touch base with the council in terms of where they are in the marketplace with comparable suburbs. And so some direction out of here was to look at an ordinance amendment that would apply kind of a Social Security type adjustment, cost of living adjustment to council salaries every 2 years. There's some cadence that has to be followed there with regard to elections. They can't just be voted on before, but doesn't go into effect until after the election. So we'll be bringing forward an ordinance to deal with that. And then city council devices. So right now we issue the city council an iPad that allows them to interact with their city council email, and then also to interact with the city council agendas, and some desire here for more of a laptop type device. But I think we came up with a compromise that offers putting like an Office 365 suite on the iPad, which is a new piece that's available, and so we're going to be hopefully solving that in that fashion. And then we did talk about one other item, just a policy that we've been working on with regard to the city's relationships, relationship with a variety of nonprofit and community organizations, and how those things are processed through not only the park board but the city council. So we'll be bringing that back for adoption, but got some feedback on that policy as well.
Very good. So that was a work session on the 18th before the council meeting. Then to the council meeting itself was about 1 hour and 45 minutes in length, and the first thing was a presentation, an opportunity to meet a new CEO in the area.
Yeah, so this was from North Memorial Health. Trevor Sawalish came in as the new CEO of North Memorial Health to talk with us a little bit about kind of how things are coming along at North. Certainly we have an interest in what their plans are up at the Maple Grove Hospital site, some expansion plan there. I think they, as many health systems are, struggling with sort of their financial pressures right now, the cost of providing services and reimbursements from primarily government payers, those types of things. So a couple things happening with that. Hennepin County, North Memorial Health is pursuing some legislation that would allow them to be a direct pay from the federal government for any Medicaid or Medicare services that are provided. They do provide a tremendous amount of government type care, either government insurance or uninsured care at North Memorial, in particular at the Robbinsdale site. Heretofore, they've had a contract with Hennepin County to help subsidize or help cover the costs of that uninsured or underinsured care, and Hennepin County recently canceled that contract. So a lot of concern expressed there about Hennepin County's action, and we want to help North Memorial in their ongoing discussions with Hennepin County to hopefully bring that back and recognize the role North Memorial Health plays, in particular at Robbinsdale, in the provision of that type of care. So kind of two different angles here. One is getting some of those bills through the legislature to make them a direct pay recipient from the federal government for that service, and then also kind of reinstitute some of that work with Hennepin County to get that back on board. So good to get an update from Trevor Sawalish there, and they continue to have that what's happening at Maple Grove on their radar, and we'll plan for that, but I think need to get a couple of these things in order before that proceeds.
Next item was Community and Economic Development on March 18th. The first is Rush Hollow North. We've talked about this a few times as it's gone through the process. Remind us what that development is and what the action was.
Yeah, so this is a kind of a smaller development just on the north side of what's currently under development as part of the Rush Hollow development. So this is off of Fernbrook, north of County Road 81. It was kind of a longer rectangular parcel. There was one single family home there that those residents residents have decided to sell out to a developer, and so this one will come forward. Got approval. I can't remember the lot count. It's about 20 lots or so up
25,
there.
I think.
25. All right. And so pretty consistent with what's happening to the south. So it'll kind of marry into those that other part of the development. This one being brought forward by M&I Homes. So that one got approval and will move forward likely this spring, along with the other development in that area.
Very good. Lots of nice trails in that area that we're talking about as well as part of that. The next is Top Line Financial Credit Union. Again, we follow this through the process as well. Tell us where this might be coming and what the action was as well.
Yeah, so this is out at 101 Bass Lake Road, kind of those outlots out in front of Hy-Vee there. So another development of one of those. Top Line Financial Credit Union. Some discussion about some of the exterior materials there, but this one did gain approval, and so likely to see some construction on this lot out there in front of Hy-Vee later this summer.
Next action at the council meeting was to adjourn and go into the EDA, and the discussion there was TIF Development Agreement. Tell us a little bit about that move to the EDA and what that process was.
Yeah, so this is a project that has moved certainly through the city council process, has been on a couple EDA meetings and tabled. We are still working through some details with the developer and the end user, but this is Project Libre. It is now going by 1694 Industrial LLC. So this was providing that TIF tax increment financing agreement for this property. This is the BAE Systems project that will be developed out there at the corner of 169 and 694. Did have some folks show up with some concerns raised there, but the EDA did get through to have that TIF agreement approved, and then we did come back at the end and reconvened the city council to have the council approve that agreement as well. So likely to see some development out there on that corner. Opus is leading that project, and more to come there as development continues in the gravel mining area.
Final portion of the meeting was some staff updates, and first update was we have a Planning Commission meeting coming up.
Yeah, April 8th, the Planning Commission will convene again. Couple development projects will be considered that night. Chris, didn't have a chance to provide any updates that night, but we are looking ahead at some snow.
Yes.
So we, probably have been, doing yard work at the same time we're going to be plowing here. Likely, maybe it looks like more of a Sunday might be more of an event coming in here than tonight into tomorrow. We're here on Thursday, so we'll be prepared for that. And then just a note from administration, residents and businesses should see their valuation notices coming out here. They should have received or in the next few days here shortly. So we do have the Board of Appeal meetings coming up April 16th and May 2nd. So opportunity there beforehand, certainly to reach out to our assessor's office and talk about any concerns or questions you might have about your valuation. Knowing kind of what the valuations look like this year, generally pretty flat. Not a lot of movement on those valuations this year, so this year should be a little bit maybe lighter of a Board of Appeal year as compared to some years where we've experienced greater increases. But as always, our assessing team is available to you. If you should have questions, certainly can stop by the Government Center or give a call. Those phone numbers are on your valuation notice, and talk through that. We always encourage that before coming to Board of Appeal. Really is a great opportunity to kind of talk through the assessing process and get your questions answered. But those meetings are coming up April 16th and May 2.
Very good. So that was it for the council meeting on the 18th. Now let's hop to some other things happening around the city. And number one is a food drive coming up, and the fire department very involved. Yeah,
so this is the Maple Grove Fire and Police Departments are hosting a food drive. Everybody's invited to come out this Saturday and fill the truck for cross services. It is Saturday, March 23rd at Maple Grove Fire Station 2, which is on Elm Creek Boulevard and Maple Knoll Way, just kind of north of Weaver Lake there, if you're familiar. Pretty visible fire station there right on Elm Creek Boulevard. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. They're looking for canned food items such as tuna, ravioli, beef stew, noodles and spaghetti, peanut butter mayo syrup, cereal, fruit cups, applesauce, personal care products like shampoo, deodorant, toothpaste, those types of things. So these donations, of course, go right to Serve Cross that serves this community in food shelf capacity. And so opportunity to do that right here in our community on this Saturday, March 23rd.
Great. Hope people can stop out and help out. Let's talk about job openings, always opportunities at the city, but especially this time of the year looking ahead towards the summer season.
Yeah, so we always hire a pretty large contingent of seasonal positions with the city. Opportunities for full-time, part-time jobs, as well, indoor, outdoor opportunities as well. So all those job opportunities are available on our website at maplegrovemn.gov.
Here's a neat way the city can help you out through a water efficiency rebate program, but a deadline is coming up the end of June. Tell us what this is all about.
Yeah, so this is the city's water efficiency rebate program. It does end on June 30th of this year, 2024. So really encourage residents that wish to participate to get that submitted in time for that deadline. The program offers Maple Grove property owners the opportunity to reduce their water bill by replacing their current irrigation system with WaterSense certified smart controllers. So really replacing that controller system. And spray sprinkler bodies, so a different type of a sprinkler body there, and then you can apply to receive a rebate. The rebate comes in the form of a utility bill credit for up to $250 for each property. So pretty nice credit there on a utility bill, and in the end the benefit is a more targeted management of your sprinkler system and maybe reduced water usage as well. So all part of our conservation and stewardship of water usage in the Maple Grove area.
A lot of information on the city's website about that, maplegrovemn.gov. Fernbrook Lane, we've talked about that corridor for a while and some studying going on there. Remind us again what that is and how residents can get involved.
Yeah, so this is the segment of Fernbrook Lane between County Road 81 and County Road 30 to the south. This is a county turnback project, so Hennepin County turned back authority over that roadway segment to the city of Maple Grove in the past year. Along with that comes some dollars to kind of bring that road up to current standards. It's really a pretty key north-south connection there, providing access to schools, business, residents, and then a lot of park and trail assets along that corridor as well. So the city would like to know how people use that segment of roadway and what they would like to see in that future corridor, and we'll be kind of incorporating all of that information into the study. So the online survey is available on the city website to provide input there, and certainly we're having a lot of discussion with the school district and Three Rivers and those types of things in terms of how if access might change, and wanting to make sure that pedestrian movement through that corridor is improved as part of this project.
All right, more to come on that. You mentioned earlier with the snow potentially coming here, it's going to be kind of a funny time because people have been out in their yard picking things up, and the yard waste size is about ready to open as well. So all this fun stuff happening at the same time. Yeah,
so April 1 is opening day for the yard waste site. Residents are encouraged to visit mgyardwaste.com. That tells you about the hours and the different items that are accepted. You do need to bring your ID showing residency in Maple Grove, and then of course it's free to your use. We do have some spring cleanup events coming in May. So May 13th is the curbside pickup, and of course that requires some advance registration, and if there's things that need to be paid for, that needs to be done in advance as well. And then May 18th is the cleanup day. That's the drop-off day at Public Works. So some opportunity. We'll get through this little bit of snow here in the coming days, and then we'll be on to the yard waste and spring cleanup season.
Excellent. We'll have more specifics about those dates and what you can do and where you can get more information as we move ahead. Park and Rec programs, they are in full speed right now. Talk about a busy department. They're getting ready for summer, and people can now register. Yeah, so summer classes and activities, that registration is open. The full summer activity guide is available on the city website. You can register online at webtrack.maplegrovemn.gov or in person at the community center. And if you just go to our website, pretty easy to navigate there. There's a search button as well to get you to that Park and Rec registration. All right, well, after you visit the yard waste site in early April, you might want to stop by the community center for the Indoor Farmers Market. It is back again with another date. Yeah, so Thursday, April 4th is the next opportunity to make a visit. Hours are 3 to 6 p.m. at the community center. We do have about 25 vendors that come to those indoor markets, so it's a really great opportunity to continue to get some of those local products here as we head into the spring season. Ambassador program. We're a little early on this, but not too early to start getting people thinking about it. It is a big part of Maple Grove Days, but now they're looking for people who might be interested in being a part of that program. How does that work?
Yeah, so the application period is open right now for the Maple Grove Ambassador Scholarship Program. Each year, 3 women are selected as ambassadors to represent Maple Grove at various local and statewide events over their year of service. They each receive a $3,000 scholarship at the end of their year, so that's a nice boost to their college funding. Lots of information out there on social media and the website about the Ambassador Program. I've had an opportunity to be involved with this program in my 8 years here, and I think it's a great program that provides lots of great leadership opportunities for young women. Right. And you know, it's fun to watch and see how they grow throughout that year. Their comfort in standing up in front of a group and talking, and really that confidence that they get built throughout the year. So if you have a daughter, or you know of somebody, or you yourself are interested, I really encourage people to take a look at this program. I think it's just a well-run program that provides a great experience for young women in the Maple Grove community.
What I've always noticed, obviously, it's the fun of riding in parades, not only Maple Groves, but other parades, but they're at so many places around town throughout the year, and they must get some neat opportunities to learn about businesses or organizations that they can be a part of a grand opening or a ribbon cutting.
Yeah, they attend all those events alongside the City Council, and so it's a great opportunity for them to network in the community. You know, you see some of them come back and, you know, lean on some of those business connections to, you know, for what their future career is, that kind of thing. So it is just a really well-rounded program that really gets these young women out in the community involved, and I'm a big fan, so really encourage people to take a look at this program if they're interested.
All right, we'll keep touching on that as we get closer to July, but we've got a while here, but now's the time to act. Don't wait on that. One other note, looking ahead, Severe Weather Awareness Week is coming up. When is that, and what are some of the key parts of that event?
Yeah, April 8th through the 12th is Severe Weather Awareness Week in Minnesota. Each day of the week focuses on a different aspect of weather safety, and then on Thursday, April 11th is Tornado Drill Day, with 2 statewide tornado drills during the day. Great opportunity for families to think about, you know, where are we going to go, how are we going to respond if there's a tornado drill or a tornado warning or watch in our community, those types of things. And so great time of the year to get prepared for severe weather.
All right, that is it then from the meeting on the 18th, and a look at some things happening around the city. Heidi, thanks again for your time.
Of course.
Let's leave you with the next council meeting date and also some contact information. We mentioned a lot here, so if you need to get in touch with the city to find out more about the Ambassador Program or about the Yard Waste site, maplegrovemn.gov down on the bottom left. And again, that next meeting Monday, April 1st at the Government Center. Thanks for joining us once again on the City of Maple Grove Report.